So like you would use a serrated knife to cut bread or something like that, right? So there's a knife with you see these kinds of knives at home, right? One knife has a blade with no teeth on it, and a serrated knife has these little notches in it, okay? For like if you want to cut bread or something like that, okay?
Or a carrot.
Yeah.
Or butter.
So his teeth look like that with those notches on it, so they're not smooth teeth. All right?
But when Miss Hogan's is here, we
The
don't...
fangs. A king cobra have fangs. A fang is a long yellow tooth that's used to inject venom. Okay, so
inject poison.
inject means like if you get a shot. You ever get a shot from the doctor?
Yeah.
Okay, and when the doctor has
two shots on both legs, so it equals 4.
yeah. So when the doctor had the little needle and he put it in your leg and squeezed the thing, that was called injecting medicine into your body.
Oh.
So inject is when you have a needle or something. So the snake, if this is a snake and he bites there, and that's his tooth, the venom goes through his tooth into this person's skin. Okay?
And also,
It's like
I went to a doctor on a day that was a really long time
go
ago,
sit down. Okay?
and the person who was gonna
sit in your chair too?
the doctor put a needle in and it hurted, and I said ow, and when she was done, she put a band-aid.
Oh, good. So it didn't hurt no more, right? Okay, venom. There are only 3 known poisonous lizards: the Gila monster, the Mexican beaded lizard, and the Komodo dragon. In addition to venom, the Komodo dragon has dangerous bacteria in his mouth. A lizard is a reptile with 2 pairs of legs and a tail. All right, so you know what a lizard looks like. Okay.
Yeah.
A king cobra bite is deadly. So if the king cobra snake bites, a king cobra does not have the deadliest poison of all the snakes, but it injects the most poison. Its poison is a neurotoxin. One king cobra bite has the strength to kill an elephant or 20 people.
What? I see 20 people at a time.
Okay, so who knows what
20.
a neurotoxin is? You
Go.
think you know what's a neurotoxin?
And in another toxin, a snake come an elephant.
Huh?
And snake comes a snake would come in an elephant. He bit them too, and the elephant is it wow and it hurt, and it did wow and it was dead and
Okay.
All
Alright.
Smash.
Alright. So neurotoxin. Okay, let's see what that means. Who knows what a toxin is? If something is toxic, you hear that word. That means it's bad, right?
Yeah.
Like if
If it's dangerous.
like remember we talked about fire this morning?
Oh,
For the
yeah.
fire drill? If the
Yeah.
smoke burns plastic and you breathe the smoke and kill it, that's toxic smoke. So we know toxic means poison, right?
Yeah.
Toxic or toxin means poison. Okay? So the venom in a snake is poison. So what does neuro mean? Did anybody ever hit their elbow on the door and it stings and it burns? Ever hit your elbow?
Yeah.
And you know you hit your elbow on something and it feels all funny?
I
That-
haven't happened to me.
Okay, that's like your nerves. Ever your nerves get all tingly? Like if you hit something and your nerves get all tingly and they feel funny?
Yeah, if I
Okay.
sit on my
Okay, so that's okay, so that's your neurosystem or your nerve system. Okay, so you know what that means, right? When you hit an arm or something and they're all tingly. So now we know that neuro means nerves. And toxin means poison, right?
Yeah.
So, what does the cobra snake venom do? It attacks the nervous system of the animal. And if the nervous system of the animal is paralyzed and can't move, then the snake can eat him because the poison has paralyzed whatever he's trying to eat. Ever got that?
Yeah.
Okay. The neurotoxin means poison to the nervous system.
We
All
have
right?
not, when Miss Hogan's is here, we have not written this much stuff on the board.
This is a special treat, huh?
Okay. All right. So, okay, we read the king cobra bite. Okay. Okay, forked tongues.
Yeah, you saw.
Both of them have forked tongues. What's a forked tongue?
I'm doing that. A fork. It's poisonous.
No, a forked tongue has like a fork. Okay, so let's think about a forked tongue. Anybody, you all said you had dogs, right?
Yeah.
Does a dog have a forked tongue?
No.
No. What is a dog? Have you ever seen a dog drinking water?
Yeah.
It's like a little spoon, right? And he laps up the water in the spoon. So that's he has like a spoon tongue. Well, when you eat your macaroni and cheese or something, you might be using a fork, right? You know?
I use a
Okay,
spoon.
so fork has the prongs on it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so a dog's tongue is like a spoon, and a cobra and a Komodo dragon's tongue is like a fork. Okay, so it has these like, it only got 2 prongs on it, but it has prongs. So it's not like a spoon, it's more like a fork. Alright? The Komodo dragon has a forked tongue. It splits into 2 sides. The Komodo tongue is sensitive. When it flicks it out the tongue, it detects where a deer might be nearby. The king cobra also has a forked tongue. It smells with its tongue. I did not know that. Its tongue can also sense motion and temperature. That's pretty cool. Scales. Okay, the skin of a Komodo dragon looks like this. Like scales. Okay. A king cobra is also covered in scales. The scales are dry and they are not slimy. Most snake scales have a pattern. Okay, what's the pattern? We did patterns today in math, right? What's the pattern? What's the pattern? Okay, you said it before earlier today. Blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red is a pattern, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
So-
said a pattern too.
That's right. So the skin of a cobra looks like a pattern, okay?
Can I see? That doesn't look like a pattern.
Oh, come on, use your imagination. It looks like a pattern. The Komodo dragon skull. Ooh, now we're getting to the really, 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 really good stuff. This is the skull of a Komodo dragon. It looks a bit flat, like the skull of a crocodile or an alligator. And it does, huh? If you look at a Komodo dragon, I never thought of it, but it kind of looks like an alligator skull. Anything that tries to escape, it gets cut by the sharp side of the teeth. They have a warning on here. Warning, you do not want to get bitten by a Komodo dragon. Because he'll eat you whole. King cobra skull. This is the skull of a king cobra. It does not have much of a skull. Its brain is mostly unprotected. Ooh, do you think that could be a problem when he's fighting a dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, huh?
Komodo dragon.
King cobras do not chew their food.
Can I see?
In addition to fangs, they have small upper and lower teeth to pull the food into their mouths, and they swallow their food whole. So if a cobra eats a rabbit or something, he doesn't chew the rabbit, he just swallows the whole rabbit whole. Okay?
Willow.
Komodo dragon's favorite food. Komodo dragons love to eat small animals. They also eat lizards and snakes. They kill by tearing their prey to shreds. It's kind of gross, but that means they rip their food apart. Yeah. Huh?
Snake eating a snake?
Yeah.
No, I'm confused.
Then you can say
I'm
confused. I'm confused.
No, a snake is eating a snake.
Okay, so if you're confused, we're not going to get into the barbecue sauce or anything like that.
Yeah.
So we'll just leave that for another day, okay? All right.
I'm
The
not.
Komodo dragon's venom prevents blood clotting, so its victims bleed to death. All right, so what does that mean? What is blood clotting? Who knows what blood clotting is? What's blood clotting?
Taking away blood.
No. Who here has ever gotten a cut? Raise your hand, Vic.
I got cut. My mom had.
Okay, so you like wipe it a little bit, and then after a few minutes, it stops bleeding, right?
Yeah.
Everybody agree with that? Does everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
Yes. So if you get a little cut or prick, eventually it stops bleeding. The process of stopping bleeding is called clotting. So there's certain stuff in your body that makes it stop bleeding, okay, by nature. All right? That's called clotting. So what they're saying here is when the dragon injects venom into whatever it's trying to eat, the venom prevents the animal from stopping bleeding. So it stops the clotting of the animal, so the animal will bleed to death. Right? A Komodo dragon's venom prevents blood clotting. Its victims sometimes bleed to death. Okay? King cobra's favorite food. Snakes are the favorite food of king cobras. Their scientific name means snake eater.
Wow.
All right. With legs. Look at the skeleton of the Komodo dragon and the king cobra. What do you notice right away? Yes.
It's longer.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, but one has legs and one doesn't, right? Notice that? So look at the skeleton. Like a snake doesn't have any legs. The king cobra has no
You need to
legs,
sit
fingers,
down.
or toes. It has many ribs,
Sit down, please.
making its body look like one long tail. Okay?
We're not gonna read all of it. That thing has
I know, how much are we
It's
gonna
just a
go?
little part of the book.
Okay, we need to
Don't
probably
worry.
get towards the end, huh?
It's a long tail.
Yeah, it's a really long story. All right, so we're gonna go towards the end, all right? So anyway, you know about who the two fighters are, right? There's like a. All right, so let's get to the good stuff. Who's gonna win? All right, go sit down, please, Benjamin. Okay, don't tell the end of the story, please.
Yeah, it needs to be a
okay?
surprise for
The
everyone.
Komodo dragon walks around looking for food. If he's hungry, he would eat almost any animal. He doesn't notice the cobra under the nearby grass. Okay, here we go. Ready?
I see the cobra. I don't care.
Oh, cobra's right there. The cobra has no interest in the
Sit
Komodo
down.
dragon.
Sit down.
Snakes like to eat things that they can swallow whole. The Komodo dragon is way too big.
I see what.
That might give us a clue as to who's going to win, huh? The Komodo dragon wanders a bit too close. The cobra raises its head, spreads its mouth, and makes a growling sound. It's a warning for the Komodo dragon to back off. Okay? The cobra just wants to be left alone. The Komodo dragon circles around him some more. See that? Dun-dun. Not only can the king cobra slither on the ground, but it can also swim and climb trees. Okay? The clumsy Komodo dragon steps on the cobra's eggs by accident. The cobra strikes fast, biting the leg of the intruder. As soon as the cobra's fangs sink into the Komodo dragon's leg, they unload the venom.
Run away.
So the cobra bites the leg of the dragon, and all of a sudden the poison is released into the dragon. All right? The Komodo dragon walks a few steps, then starts to breathe very heavy. His legs get wobbly. It can't see. It gets dizzy and falls over. The king cobra has killed the Komodo dragon with one deadly bite. Maybe next time the Komodo dragon will bite first. Oh, so who killed? What does that tell? Look at our scoreboard. Only 4 people picked the dragon out of the cobra. Everybody else picked the dragon. And the king cobra won.
Yay! No. That makes no sense.
It makes
That makes
perfect
no
sense.
because the
No,
dragon is bigger.
no, but remember, okay, but we're not talking about who ate who. We're talking about who killed who. Remember, the snake was, the king cobra was not hungry. He just wanted to protect the eggs that he had laid. So he bit the dragon, and the poison killed the dragon.
Well, it makes sense because the Komodo dragon could doesn't need to wait around. He could just snuck up behind the tail because the tail is so tiny. He could just swallow the tail.
He could, that's possible too, yes.
He could have did that. It actually didn't. He could have.
Hold on, come on. One person talks. One person talks.
How does a small animal eat a big animal?
Okay, but remember, we're not talking about eating. We're talking about just killing him. The snake, the cobra did not eat the dragon. He just killed the dragon because the dragon was crushed, stepping on the eggs, the baby eggs that the snake had just laid.
I bet.
Okay, so we're not talking about one animal eating the other animal. We're talking about just protecting his eggs and his baby territory and his home. Okay? All right. What else? Let's move on to math. Or?
Spring math.
Spring math, guys. All right. All right. So if you said king cobra,